Ladies and gentlemen, I might have thought of something absolutely fucking devious. So, bear in mind, I in total on Steam have 139 hours on Steam. So, realistically, I have about 80 hours as killer. So, just understand that 80 hours on this game is equivalent to being a newborn in terms of hours, because most people have multiple thousands. Most, like some 11,000 plus. So, I know I'm very new with literally less than 100 hours. However, I have been tisming over this game, and I just realized something. So in the 9.2 update, Michael Myers was reworked, and a lot of people have a lot of complaints about him, but I genuinely thought he was extremely interesting. My favorite characters to play as were a lot of M1 killers, such as Singularity or Ghostface. I loved them. They were so much fun, and I still do. And granted, I do love other characters, but I especially love the M1s. And something I thought about was let's think about, let's put this into perspective. All right? Let's think about it from the survivor's perspective. As a survivor, you always want to be healed, yes? And this is because it gives you an extra shot. If you get hit once, you're still alive, you're injured, but you're still alive, and you can keep running and continue the chase. And sometimes if you catch someone off guard, you might be able to get an injury on a survivor, but if the survivor is expecting you, they can really extend that chase, and you can lose so much time. Myers has the ability to insta-down, all right? And granted, base kit, it is an actual ability. However, we can change it to an M1, where no longer is it an ability, it's M1. And that pairs well with Surge, because you'll just be downing people left and right. But not only that, you can also extend the duration for which everyone is exposed with Evil Incarnate. A lot of people are complaining that part of the fear of Michael Myers was the perma tier 3. Well, we can still kind of have that. So this is really interesting. I don't know if I'm misreading this, but it says the special mode Evil Incarnate, it lasts or ends after 40 seconds. And it says here that it limits the duration of Evil Incarnate to 40 seconds, but it was already 40 seconds. So I don't understand that. But either way, with this Eerie add-on, we are able to extend Evil Incarnate just by hooking. Incredible. Now, another reason this is especially important is because something we need to consider is the anti-slugging updates. Slugging is going to be a lot more difficult. I used to love playing Twins, which required a lot of slugging. As Singularity, granted, I never really I never went super try hard with Singularity, so I didn't have to slug very often, but there were cases in which I played against a Swift, and they were playing super well, so I ended up having to slug a little bit here and there. But slugging is a lot more difficult now, especially because even Deerstalker has been removed or reworked, so you can't really just find down survivors. So right now, it seems to be, I don't know about you guys, but again, I'm very new, but this is what I'm thinking. Slugging has been nerfed a lot. So right now, the meta should be hooking. If we can't slug, we should hook. This literally plays into the meta. No longer do we have to rely on slugging, which has been nerfed. We're going to be hooking a lot. And we're going to get even more powerful. We're going to be extending our power because we're going to be hooking. The next thing, the fragrant tuft of hair. If it was just a regular, if it was just his ability, again, it would be a special attack. But this changes his one hit to an M1. And it's very important for two reasons. Forever Entwined and Surge. Surge is at the lesser end. Surge I just simply like because it's kind of fun. Just blowing shit up. But especially Forever Entwined. When a survivor takes damage, gain 1 token up to 8. For each token, you pick up, drop, and hook survivors 4% faster. That is fucking amazing. If you keep hitting survivors, you're going to be able to pick them up and hook them a lot faster. And the reason that's important is because, again, the duration of the Evil Incarnate is dependent on your hooking ability. The more you hook, the longer you have it, the longer everyone is exposed, completely nullifying the whole purpose of healing. it doesn't matter if someone is at full health or not. It's all the same, which is incredible. It completely removes the entire purpose of healing and makes everyone a one-shot for so long. So this pairs beautifully with Judith's Tombstone. So does Fire Up, yes. But I think Forever Entwined is better because you don't have to rely on gens being completed. Because I feel like you're going to, by the time you get to the maxed out, you're going to be put in a bit of a corner. So Forever Entwined makes it so much faster so that you can extend your Evil Incarnate more often. And because it's an M1, you can also use it with Surge, which I think is pretty cool. Now, Furtive Chase and Friends Till the End, it's literally just to snowball. Because everyone is a one-shot, it doesn't matter who you go after. In some cases, if you just hook someone and there's someone who's injured and there's someone who is at full health, and you see the auras of both, or rather, you see the aura of the person at full health, that's not going to be as helpful because you want to go for the person who is already injured because they are only one health state away from being downed, whereas the other's 2 health states, and that's going to take a lot more time. But because his ability to one-shot no matter what, it doesn't matter who you see. It's all the same. So with Friends Till the End and Furtive Chase, you're going to see the aura of whatever unfortunate survivor is the obsession. You're also going to get 10% haste to find them, to get to them a lot quicker. And when you down them, not only will you be regressing a gen, but also you're going to be able to pick them up a lot faster. And this can lead to a massive snowball. Now, unfortunately, because I'm new, I, by the way, only just now, literally for the sake of this video, actually bought Michael Myers and Demogorgon. Just for the sake of the video, I bought these 2 characters. I don't have a lot of the other characters, and also if we go online, I don't have the Ghoul. I don't have the Ghoul shareable perks. I don't have Demo's shareable perks, and I just got Michael Myers. I'm not going to be able to play online with this build. So unfortunately, for the sake of the video, I'm only going to be able to play against bots. But I think it's still pretty interesting and something I really want to share with you guys. So I'm just going to hop into a match. And something else I'm going to do for the sake of the video is also... One second. Yeah, the builder's already there. I'm going to have the bots with... Let me show you the setup. Ranger Medkit with the 2 Eerie add-ons. I'm also going to have Unbreakable, Off the Record, Decisive Strike, and Deliverance. All just generally great add-ons. Just to show how amazing it is and how healing literally doesn't fucking matter at all anymore. It's wonderful. Also, real quick, so this build isn't exactly set. For example, with Surge, you can replace it with Pain Resonance or maybe Pop, because you're going to be hooking so often that you're going to be able to use Pop Goes the Weasel very often. The only reason I don't want to do that is because after I hook someone, because the aura is revealed, I want to get to them as soon as possible. So I don't want to take the time to stop and hit gens. I'd rather just have Surge regress and, yeah, explode and regress gens for me as I'm just hitting people. You could also use Scorch Hook Pain Resonance because obviously you're going to be hooking people. Eventually you're going to get a Pain Res. So you can do that. Another thing you can do is you can say fuck gens, or you can say fuck Forever Entwined, because as good as it isn't absolutely necessary, but it does help. You could go for Agitate, just because it makes it so that you have 18% haste while you're carrying someone. So let's say you're about to run out, you can traverse so much faster. You could run that. Maybe you can run both, Agitate and Forever Entwined. Something else you can do is run Bamboozle, because I mean, it's just gonna help. You're going to be going after chases. You still, although it's 40 seconds, you still have a limited time. So Bamboozle might help you end chases a lot faster. You can run Superior Anatomy in case, again, just with vault speed. It's a bit, what's the word? Flexible. It's a bit of a flexible build. I do think that Furtive Chase and Friends to the End are a staple to this build, along with these 2 add-ons. This, I think, is just awesome. And again, I like Surge. You can change it, obviously. Surge, I know, is not like the best gen regression perk, but I like it. I think it's pretty fun. So just wanted to add that note real quick. You can make it Bamboozle, Superior Anatomy, whatever the hell, Pain Res, whatever. This is such a shitty map, but whatever. We'll run it. Another thing I want to just mention is that, again, I am pretty new, so if the gameplay isn't peak, I apologize. Another thing is I honestly have a much easier time playing against real life players than I do bots, and this is because against real life players I can run mind games. I may not be the most knowledgeable about DBD, and I may not be mechanically the best at DBD, but I am very good at mind games, so I have a much easier time playing against survivors, real life people than bots. So this is gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but anyway. Another perk that you could also run for Aura, let's say you don't want to use Friends to the End and Furtive Chase, you can also run Discordance, so that way whenever there's 2 people on a gen, well, you can see that there are people on that gen. So off the rip, you already have a lot of information. If you also want, you can run, say, Gearhead. There's so many things you can run. Honestly, it's whatever Aura perk you want. And just like that, that's down. That blew up. That has progress. So we know that someone was at least at one point there. Get the fuck up. We are picking up a little bit faster. Scorch Hook would also be nice, of course. Someone's down there. I don't know how to get down there from here, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of lost. Is there like a hole somewhere I can go down? Oh, well, we found Bill. Fantastic. Something else you can run is coup de grace, if you'd like. I just personally think this is a better snowball. You just want to keep hooking. Just keep on hooking. And people are going to be fucking shit scared because there's just going to be a Michael Myers running around and they are always on the brink of death. Always on the brink of death. It's really incredible. I think personally this rework actually makes Myers a lot better because of this. And as much as others do complain about the fact that it doesn't feel like Michael Myers, I still very much love this. The only thing is, you can't really, well, you can if you want to. This is another reason, like this right. Oop. Also, just drop the survivor. If you're about to run out, just drop them, because otherwise they will just straight up fall out of your shoulder. So always make sure to drop them. Wait, that's not true. It was just a DS. Okay, well, no, dude, I guess it was just coincidentally timed. Dude, I noticed that every single time I ran out of power, the bots just got off. Oh. Nice. Another thing is, it doesn't matter if they're injured or not. Oh. Because it's all the same. I can't believe that hit. Because it's all the same. All the same. Injured or not, it doesn't fucking matter. Which I think makes this character even... It's insane. Nothing matters. He's just... an absolute brute. The only way to counter this is just don't let him fucking go into Evil Incarnate and don't get hit. Don't be found. Don't play the game. Insane. And for cases like these, again, you can run Agitate just to get to hooks faster. Oh my god. You're joking. Drop, drop, drop. Can I make this? Please? Ah, fuck off. Yeah, this is another reason why I said Agitate might be helpful, because if you're hooking so often, there will be instances where you won't be able to get to a hook fast enough because there aren't any available. I'm not gonna slug her yet. I'm just gonna pick her up. See if I can find someone. So there's a bill up there. I know that there were some others who I came across, the Soma and the Nia, but I'm just gonna go for the bill because I know exactly where he is. Something else I would like to point out is that you don't have to use the M1. You could also just use the special ability. The only reason I like the M1 is because of Surge. But you don't have to use the M1. You could switch it for the undetectable because actually, you know what? Let me just show you what I mean in the next game. But for now, amazing. Do I greed? Oh my god, I'm gonna greed. Fuck it. Ah. Yeah, fuck off. Oh. Okay. So the greed was not. Wait. Come on, please. No! Pick. Fuck! No, I would have got. I hate myself. Dude, if I literally just looked away from the pallet, I would have been able to get that, and I would have been able to go back, get the meg, and just continue. But it's alright. It's fine. It's fine. Also, we can Mori by this point. The only reason I wasn't able to Mori is because I had to lunge in order to get them over the pallet, but as we probably all know by now from the patch notes, you'll be able to just Mori at this point, which is fucking awesome. We can't Mori the Gabriel, but we can Mori the Bill. And this is why I really like running Surge, just because I don't have to worry about... Damn. The kill prompt left as soon as... Can I kill on the ground? Can I Mori on the ground? I can. Nice. And now, because Gabriel is the last one alive... Wow, completely forgot about that. Oh, that's amazing. Either way, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go into pursuit mode, keep up my speed. Oh, no! So again, in cases like these, that's when Superior Anatomy or Bamboozle would work really well. You've got to be but you see what I mean. If he didn't have Unbreakable, if he did not have Unbreakable, that would have been in 4K. Ooh. I'm not going to use this build against the bots because Undetectable doesn't affect the bots, really. But just letting you know, another thing you can do is instead of running the Tuft Hair, taking away the Slaughtering Strike and instead of having the M1, you can keep the Slaughtering Strike. There might be some people who don't know about this, but you can really just use Slaughtering Strike as if it was an M1. Forever Entwined, when a survivor takes damage, so I'm going to assume it doesn't have to be an M1, in which case you could just use the Slaughtering Strike, and then you can use Pop Goes the Weasel, since Surge is only for M1s. You can use this. This is something else you can do. Again, Call of Brine, not add-ons. Call of Brine, or not, wait, is it? You see a lot of noise. Yeah, you can use Call of Brine. You can also just use Discordance. It's pretty fucking good. Again, the bots aren't affected by this, but actually I'm gonna show you a game where I do play with the regular strike. The fuck's it called? What the fuck? The slaughtering strike. That's what it was. I'm gonna play a game with the slaughtering strike just to show you. This actually I found through a YouTuber named Stocked. he plays a lot of Ghostface. I don't know. I'll probably like put his name up or some shit, or in the description, some shit like that. But yeah, another thing I want to point out, reflective fragment. I have a genuine question about this. What the fuck is the point of it? I feel like this might be the worst add-on that anyone could have ever made. Like, dead ass, hitting a survivor with Slaughtering Strike, the move that, you know, one-shots a survivor, adds 20 seconds to Evil Incarnate, but now only deals with single health state. Why? That's just Chucky. You're just playing Chucky. Just play Chucky. I feel like that's actually... And the fact that Behavior had the audacity to make it a purple rarity... Anyway. Alrighty. So I'm actually going to be running Oppression, and the reason I'm running this perk is because it was buffed. So instead of hitting 2 other generators, so like 3 generators total, it affects 4 generators total. I believe total, right? Is it 3 other gens or 4 other? No, I think it's 3 total, and now it's 4 total. And I believe it also has a smaller cooldown. But either way, it's been buffed. I mean, I could just... I can hit multiple gens, but the bots love... Oh, there you go. That's another... Well, Nia failed the skill check because of Oppression, so I can just hit this one. Damage gen, see if I can maybe... I don't know if it... You can get credit for damaging multiple gens off Oppression. I think it's just 1 gen, but others start regressing too. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. Evil Incarnate. Oh, there he is. Dude, I just zoned the fuck out for a second. Oh. Ski. This is my first time using it. Anyways, so something you could do is instead of just treat it like an M1. Instead of treating it like a full-on dash, if you struggle to hit it, literally just treat it like an M1. Oh my god. So you just go up to them. You don't have to fully charge it. Again, this is something that I was, to be fair, I definitely would have figured that out even without the video. But I'm still gonna give credit where credit's due. And there you go. So I see the aura. They are all the way over there. It is the Meg. Unfortunately, on big ass maps, you might be struggling a little bit because you are gonna have to be walking a whole lot. But with Furtive Chase, once you get the obsession, it should be a good bit easier. There's the Meg. Again, in these cases, Bamboozle is nice. Yeah, she won't be going back again. That's how bots do. Oh, bitch. And there you go. The only reason I prefer M1 is because it's so that I don't have to worry about it. Also, because like you do get slowed a little bit. So I genuinely would rather have something else. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to refresh. But right now, I have the 10% haste, and I'm also undetectable. And if I go back into pursuer mode, as you can see, I move a lot faster, which is very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, I forgot to go back. I'm just going to stop. Ooh. Push them into a corner so that I can easily get some stock. Sweet. I'm going to just chill here until even Incarnate. So again, it's just a fucking M1. But I get 20 seconds at the very beginning of my Evil Incarnate. What I don't know is, does it refresh? Man. Will it refresh the undetectable? It doesn't seem to. Or now that the undetectable ended, will it refresh it? I don't exactly know how that works. I'm just gonna see if I can. Who was it? Who was it? Who was it that freed you? Oh my god. Is he gonna... Bitch, no! Yes! Time to find out. I love Forever Entwined with this. I regret giving the Decisive Strike. Are you fucking serious, bro? No, where the fuck did he... Are you dead ass? Are we dead ass right now? Where the fuck did he go? There was just a loud... I fucking hate bots, bro. I fucking hate bots. I hate bots so much. Fucking hate bots. Ah, yes. Thanks, bots. Alright, I'm just gonna fucking break this ballot. I don't want to deal with that shit. It would be smarter to hit the gen before I start running, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'm one. Nice. Okay, so I can pick him up. Also, Forever oh. Okay, so it doesn't refresh the undetectable. That is unfortunate, but it's fine. I mean, it's like if you just use Slaughtering Strike, it's like pretty much the same fucking thing as an M1, so you don't have to use an add-on. If anything, it's actually better to use Slaughtering Strike because you could also break pallets with it. So it's like arguably better. The only reason I had it is literally because of Surge, just because I like doing it. But yeah, it is better to just use Slaughtering Strike, honestly. For that reason, as you can see right there, Slaughtering Strike is just better. Oh, I also haven't used it before this game, hence I just want to get away from that. Is there someone around here? No, no one's working on this. Also, like situations like that, I don't know. I just like using M1. Slaughtering Strike is better, but I don't feel like taking the time to learn it right now. And it's only better because of the pallets. Otherwise, I'd rather just M1 all the way. What the fuck? This build would also very obviously be better in the hands of a better player than me. Whoops. I don't want to swipe my mouse too much because I might hit my camera setup and I don't want to knock over the camera. That is another reason why Slaughtering Strike might be inferior just because of the cooldown. I just like M1s. I prefer it. Ugh, no. Oh, damn. Are we serious? Yeah, again, in these types of situations, I would rather have the M1. But if you want to break pallets, you can also go for the other. I'm obviously not going to win this game at all. But again, as you saw in the first one, if you're a lot more comfortable with the actual build, you can definitely play very well. I don't like using the strike. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. The second was obviously not as good because I don't know how to use the strike nearly as well as I'm sure many others will learn. But those are the two builds. Either use the Slaughtering Strike or just the M1, whichever you prefer. And there's that. I just want to throw that out there because I think this is a really cool build, and Loki, I'm really looking forward to eventually being able to play with this build online once I get enough blood points, which unfortunately is going to be a while. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this actually, I don't know, works, and it's a really good build. Deuces.